Hello! I never thought that I'd be filming my face on a video before on here, so hi! I know that I'm not exactly, in the prettiest condition right now, but I got my Ariana Grande t-shirt from the Dangerous Woman tour. And I wanted to do my own personal Sweetener album review because I love Ariana so much. She is my favorite Western artist and probably the only Western artist I stan. Now, does that mean that I don't like other Western artists? No. It's just Ariana to me, I feel like is underrated in the sense that she brings so much diversity music-wise, right? And even though her lyrical content isn't exactly the best at points, I'm not going to lie there. You know, if the song sounds good and it's coming with good intent, like she's making music because she wants to. I'm sorry, there's gnats. Like, in my opinion, you know, I don't really think that the lyrical content should matter that much. I mean, music has always been to have fun. Now, the reason mainly why I'm doing the Sweetener album review is because so many people who are Arianators I know hate this album. As in, like, they either hate it or they think it's just lackluster. When, for me, in terms of full album, not exactly a mini album, but full album wise, Sweetener is actually my favorite Ariana Grande album. I know that so many people are going to be like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? You know, for me, I add songs overall on an album and place them into different categories. So, like, you know, like, as in, like, I have the 1 to 10 system, but it's kind of different for me. 1 means awful, 2 means no, 3 means meh, 4 means eh, and then 5 means alright, 6 means good. It's a good song. 7 means great. Like, as in, like, oh my goodness, that was a great song. And then 8 is amazing. Oh my goodness. And then 9 is stellar, fantastic, wow. And then 10 is out of this world. You took my hair and you went yank. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm nervous to put my face in those videos simply because I'm a nerd. I don't know what I'm doing. But because of this, you know, a lot of people don't like Sweetener, and I think the main reason why is because it's got a lot of R&B or funk influences in it. And I understand completely because Ariana is not, she started as very bubblegum poppy, especially in the beginning. And then the further that she's gone down, even when she experimented, it always stayed in that pop lane. In this album, I can feel a difference. She's not going for, oh, pop. Like, there's pop in this album, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but for the most part, everything's pretty experimental and different from what she normally does. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but because this is more R&B influenced, it's more up my alley. It just is. That wasn't a pun, by the way. My name is Allie. I didn't mean it like, oh, it's up my alley. No. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. But, you know, I've seen a lot of people listen to this album, and either a lot of them are disappointed, or they think that it's bad, or whatever. And most of them are Arianators, or people who are fans of Ariana's music, at least. And so, while there have been a couple of people who are like, yeah, all the songs on this album are good, the more general assumption is that while a lot of people like a lot of songs on the album, the whole album itself isn't good. For me, it is her best album because, A, I like experimentation, you know, and I know a lot of people are mad at Pharrell for the stuff that he put in his songs, and I can agree that the Pharrell songs are kind of lower on my list, but they aren't bad. Like, I felt like some of it was an exaggeration in terms of, like, people getting so bothered by certain parts of a song. Like, I get it to an extent that there were parts that were annoying even for me. But then the more that I listened to it, the more it was like, eh. Like, I feel like people heard it for the first time, and they were like, well, that was awful. But the thing about albums for me is that, you know, there's been a lot of times in Ariana albums where I'll re-listen to the songs of some of the older ones, and they'll become more and more annoying. Not saying that all of the songs in there are more and more annoying for me from Ariana Grande's other albums, because I like all of her songs. Like, even if one's not a love, I still like all of her songs, which an artist still hasn't done before. And I still like all of her songs to this day, even with Sweetener. But, you know, like, there have been pop songs that Ariana has had in the past that have slowly worn off on me, as in, like, I didn't think that they were as amazing as they were the first time. So I listened to Sweetener on repeat over and over again for like 2 days, because I wanted to see how long the songs could last. And honestly, for me, it's her best album because the songs can last for a while. I know a lot of people disagree, but I think this is kind of like a Britney Spears Blackout situation. Like, I don't even stand Britney Spears, but like, Blackout is my favorite album by her. And the thing about Blackout was during the time that it came out, practically no one liked it. No one thought it was good or anything like that. But then when years and years later, people look back on Blackout and go like, oh my god, Blackout was like her best piece of work. Like, you know, I think it's one of those albums that people aren't really going to appreciate right now. And then when it gets into future eras and stuff, you know, people are going to be like, wow, that was great. Of course, not everybody is going to be like that. But I feel like this is what this album is for me personally. I feel like a lot of people don't like it right now. And then later on, they're going to be like, I don't know why I didn't like it. I don't know if that's just me. And it's not me being biased, because even though I'm an Ariana Grande stan, I can call out when her songs can be shit, okay? Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, hey, you don't have... For me, she doesn't have any bad songs in terms of the content on her albums, which is what I mainly account for. But there have been some collabs, Ari, where I've been like, what the hell are you... What? Like, I'll go like, what? But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like when I post this on the internet, there's going to be a lot of people that do call me biased, and, you know, that's fine, whatever. But it's just my personal opinion. So what I'm going to do here is I have the whole album on the side, basically, I'm going to be playing certain singles off of the album while talking about other singles. You know, like, I feel like that's what's going to happen here. So yeah. I have it on Spotify, and I'm just putting it on a random ass shuffle. So, yeah. Here's the light is coming. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Just because it's on a certain single doesn't mean I'm going to be talking about it right away. Like, I'm going to be talking about Raindrops. Raindrops is the best Ariana intro I've ever heard, and I know a lot of people want to fight me on that, but for me it was a 10 out of 10. Like, I love acapella type stuff, and just having that reverb on her voice made her sound like she was from another planet. So, like, I appreciate the shit out of that. I really do. You know, there's not much to say about Raindrops other than her voice was angelic and stuff, because Raindrops is literally just her angelic voice. So let's move on to Blazed, which I've seen a lot of people get mad about it, and the random sounds that are in the song. And I do kind of agree that there are a couple of sounds that are in there that I find very annoying at first. However, the more that I've listened to it, the more the sounds have gotten more natural. I don't know what that means, but for my ears at least, the sounds that he put in there, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. They've just become more like, oh, this fits in the song, which is weird. Not all of them, but, you know, a majority of them have become more normal to me. So Blazed is an 8 out of 10. Like, it's an amazing song to me. I feel like it could have been better if there were some noises taken out. But for the most part, I actually do really like Blazed a lot. Despite what people say. Now here's The Light Is Coming. Which is probably either people hate The Light Is Coming. They hate R.E.M. Or they hate, what's the other one? Sweetener. You know, I've met a lot of Arianators that either hate The Light Is Coming the most, R.E.M. the most, and Sweetener the most, which I'm going to be talking about all of them. The Light Is Coming, I feel, had a lot of potential for what it was, but I feel like it just fell flat because of the guy shouting in the background. Though it didn't bother me as much as other people, I understand why people hate that part of that song, the shouting man, and why there's so many audio cuts of it. When you remove the shouting man, the song is pretty fire. Also, I feel like it suffers from the chorus being just a little too repetitive. Like, there could have been... Sorry, there's nuts. There could have been more... Like, I don't come to Ariana for lyrical content, but in the chorus, it could have been more like... The light is coming to get back everything the darkness stole, and then, like, another type of line, and then repeat it again. I feel like if she would have had different lyrics or made the chorus just shorter, it would have worked. And if she would have made the chorus shorter, I feel like Nicki could have had a verse in there. I do feel like there was a Nicki verse missing. I do really feel that way. But do I think it's as awful as people say it is? Actually, no. Because the song is fire for me. Still. Now, is it amazing fire? No. But it's pretty great fire. So it's a 7 for me because it's great. To me, it's a great song. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. And I'm going to be like, okay, whatever. But I think a lot of people actually do sleep on The Light Is Coming, if I'm going to be honest. Now let's talk about R.E.M. Now R.E.M. is the song that Ariana hyped up probably the most off of the album, besides God Is a Woman, for me. Because of the lyrics that she did. Speaking of God Is a Woman, it's playing now. Ugh. We love a fucking feminist anthem, okay? We do. But R.E.M., like, Boy You're Such a Dream to Me. R.E.M. is just that type of song that is not a song that's meant to be a bop. I know a lot of people thought that it was going to be a bop, and that's fine. However, I do think it was kind of weird of Beyonce to just post her version of R.E.M. after Sweetener dropped. I don't know what that's about. I don't get involved with drama when it comes to celebrities in the West or in the East. Unless it's stupid shit where I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? But, you know, I did think that was kind of weird. I don't know if that was Beyonce herself or if that was like... It must have been. I don't know. But they posted it after Ariana dropped Sweetener and a lot of people were like, this is objectively better. I think they're both different. For me, they're both very different. And also, I feel like a lot of people were being biased to Beyonce, saying that it was better than R.E.M. by Ari, because for me, it didn't change much. Like, she got a different pitch and that was it. So I don't understand how Beyonce makes it better. Like, no offense. I'm not a stan of Beyonce, but I do like some of her songs. But like, I don't understand how it changed when it was literally the same instrumental, just with her voice. That's what I don't understand. Tell me, please. I don't understand. But R.E.M. to me was a good song, but it wasn't amazing or stellar or anything like that. It wasn't fantastic. But it was a good song. And I feel like you just have to be in the mood to feel R.E.M., you know? Like, I felt that R.E.M., when I was listening to it during more calm moments of the day, it was actually very relaxing. And I feel like that's what it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to calm me down and shit. Here comes the Madonna part, because, you know, I'm watching the music video on the side. But... Sorry, that's nuts. But R.E.M. is a good solid 6 to me, which for me on my scale is good. Like, it's not amazing or great or anything, but it's good. It's a good song. I still like it. God is a Woman is a 10 out of 10 because it's the anthem of the year. I talked about it in my reaction to it. So if you want to check that out, you can go do that on my channel. I don't know why I'm not looking at the camera. Okay. I'm embarrassing. Stop. Okay. But God is a Woman is just perfection. That's all I have to say about it. I really love the trap vibes in this song, and it's really fucking amazing. And it was the song that a lot of people were like, oh my god! You know, it hyped so many people up. Now Sweetener. We're going to one of the more controversial songs on this album that most people don't like. I like it. I do. Now, lyrical content-wise, I don't know why people were complaining. Because people are like, her lyrics got stupider this album. And I'm like, Ariana Grande isn't the artist that you go to for lyrical content. No offense to Ariana. I mean, there are songs that Ariana has where you can go to her for lyrical content, but they're more emotional, empowering, impactful songs. I don't go to Ariana Grande for, like, really depressing shit and stories and stuff. Also, Sweetener is supposed to be cheesy. I don't know why people thought it was going to be, like, this really, like, serious thing or whatever, when it's the title track of the album. And the album's concept is to sweeten up someone's day. Like, that's cheesy in of itself. I don't know why people think it's not. I don't understand. But while the lyrical content isn't the best and it took away from the whole out of this world thing, I liked everything else. And I know people are annoyed by the sweets part. Like the sweets, or whatever is happening in there. But it's not bad to me. To be honest, I kind of like it. I probably sound like an idiot to most people, but I do like it. And I know a lot of people don't understand, but I feel like live, it sounds like even better than it probably does in the actual song itself. Y'all might think I'm stupid, but I like it. And I also like the weird do-do-do-do-do in the song. It made it weird in a good way for me. For me. Not discrediting your opinion, but for me it made it better. Then we've got Successful, which is probably the most slept on song on this album. People complain about Successful so much, and I'm like, why? I don't understand. I want to know why. I don't understand, like, why people hate Successful so much. First of all, people said that the lyrics were braggy. First of all, I kind of got those vibes a little bit at first. But when you read the actual lyrics, she's talking about how much fun it is to be young and have fun with her success. I don't think she's trying to say it in a way where she's like, I'm richer than everybody. Like, I feel like people took it the wrong way. Second of all, I love it so much. I don't understand. First of all, it's very French pop influenced, which I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, how the fuck do you know that? I listen to other genres besides just normal pop. I listen to K-pop and French pop a lot. I know a lot of people are going to probably click unsubscribe or say, oh, ew, what a fucking weirdo. But it's just pop in a different language. Okay, leave me alone. So, the reason why I know that Successful sounds very French poppy is because I listen to French pop artists, and a lot of them have these weird type of sassy-ish songs, and I really like Successful. I really think it fits her current attitude of being sassy and sweet. I feel like it fit her voice well. I don't know why people were so annoyed by the instrumental. I really don't, because I thought it was fire. I don't know why people hate Successful so much. I just want to know a reason. Why did y'all hate Successful so much? I love it. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. Then you have got Every Time. I heard people got annoyed at this song too. What is wrong? I thought it was out of this world amazing. I thought it was a 10 out of 10. Every time I heard it, I was just like, yes, every time, yes. Hit me, bitch. Hit me. I'm sorry. I'm getting way, way too into it right now with fucking Every Time. But every time is a 10 out of 10 for me. It's a really nice bop. I like it a lot. It's very groovy. Not groovy, but more like, I don't know, it makes you bop. I mean, it's just a bop. It makes you bop. I don't know what else to say here. Okay. I don't know what else to say. Okay. We're here to probably the best song on the album. Now, I know I like R&B and stuff, and I love the experimentation, but I'm not gonna lie. When I hear this song, I sometimes get emo. I can cry to this song because right now, in my life, I'm going through a lot, especially with anxiety, and I'm having like panic attacks and stuff, and it's very stressful. So, you know, I've had Ariana songs that I've loved before in the past, but there's something about Breathin that's just so different. And Breathin is just such a beautiful song. This song reminds me of me and my boyfriend too. How he helps me through certain situations of my anxiety. And honestly, I'm just so grateful she made this song. Ariana, this is probably the best song you've ever made. Which is strange, because I thought that my favorite song off this album would be God Is a Woman, or an R&B song that I liked later on throughout the album. But no, you hit me with this song that's so strong, and I absolutely love it. Thank you. Thank you for making this song, because I've never gotten this emotionally connected to a song before. So thank you. I'm gonna cry if I continue talking about Breathin. So let's not. No Tears Left to Cry is a 10 out of 10. Like, it was the perfect comeback for her. I like the different style of it. I like how it tricked us into thinking that it was a ballad when really it was a fucking bop that sounded like something from the 90s. Like, damn, girl. No Tears Left to Cry is a bop. 10 out of 10. Borderline is an 8 out of 10 for me. I felt it was amazing, but I felt like Missy Elliott could have been in there a little longer. And there was also, I do agree that the man shouting in there kind of can get on your nerves. It didn't bother me as much as other people, but I just mainly paid attention to the beat and stuff. Oh my god. I had to pay respects because Breathin was playing right there in that way. Oh my fucking god. But yeah, Borderline, 8 out of 10. Better Off is a 9 out of 10 for me because I like the way that the song flows. I like the message of it. I do think there could have been a little something extra in there, but other than that, it was a fantastic song. Like, I love it so much. So, Better Off definitely gets a 9 out of 10 for me. I really like it. Also, now we know Tion Mac. Oh my god. Okay, so I decided not to continue playing music for the rest of the thing simply because I'm almost done. And also, I don't want to get copyright striked. Me having Breathin in here alone could get me copyright striked, so I'm just not gonna do it. Okay, I'm not. But next we have Good Night and Go, which I felt was a great song. It wasn't anything amazing or anything new or unique. I know a lot of people like Good Night and Go a lot. But I don't know, it's just not my type of vibe, I guess. It's not amazing or stellar or anything. I could listen to it, you know, if I'm re-listening to the album. It's great, but it's just not the best to me. I don't know. I really like the verses more than the chorus, if I'm going to be honest. Next, we've got Pete Davidson. If you skipped on this song just because of the name, y'all are missing out because it's a good-ass song. It's a good interlude, man. Like, I know a lot of people don't like Pete. You can have whatever opinion you want there, as long as you're respectful about it. You know, I don't really care if you like him or not, but the fact that people skipped out on the song just because it was named after him, like, you don't even know how the song sounds. Like, come on, fam. That was dumb. But it's so, like, beat-centric, and I really like the violin at the end of it because it transitions to Get Well Soon really well. Since it's an interlude at the very end of the album, you know, it works well. So I really like Pete Davidson. Also, it's cute as shit. I don't even care if you don't like Pete. He makes Ari so happy. It's cute as shit, okay? Next we have the final song, Get Well Soon. Now, I don't think there's any Target exclusive stuff on this one. I think it's just like Yours Truly, where there's no deluxe edition, there's no Target edition. It's just these tracks, and there you go. It's not like My Everything and Dangerous Woman, where you could get like extra tracks from Target and you had to get a deluxe edition, you know. So Get Well Soon is a 10 out of 10 because it's like a combination of all of her albums in terms of like essence wise. Like, I feel like it has the kind of melody of a song from Yours Truly mixed with like the sweetness of My Everything and the sassiness of Dangerous Woman, while also having the like cuteness of Sweetener, because Sweetener is a cute album, you know, or the experimentalness of Sweetener, because there was a little bit of experimentation in Get Well Soon, and it works so well. Like, I love Get Well Soon, and the fact that it has 40 seconds of silence for the victims of Manchester. Oh, God. Get Well Soon also relates to me on a deep level, so I really like it for that reason as well. Because the message is also about dealing with anxiety and mental health and stuff. And trying to move on from it. Which I really appreciate Ariana making Breathin and Get Well Soon about, you know, her mental health state. Because a lot of artists and a lot of media in general try to ignore the fact that mental health is very important and that it should be talked about more often. But a lot of people don't talk about it. And so the fact that Ariana's being so open about it, I'm really glad that she's representing people who don't normally get to talk about it, or people who shut them down because they're like, well, you're just... Like, no, you shouldn't. The fuck? Siri just turned on for some random reason. I don't know. But, yeah, I really like this album. I like Sweetener. And I think it's my favorite out of all of them. Which is crazy because most Arianators don't agree. But for me, it's just my favorite. And I know that a lot of people are probably going to be like, you're being biased, first of all. Who cares if someone's being biased? If they like it, they like it. And secondly, even though it's my favorite, out of all the Ariana albums, the one that has an A is her Christmas album. Her Christmas and Chill EP. That one has an A. But the rest of her full albums, while I do love her and she's my favorite Western artist, they're all B's. And I feel like this was the highest B. It was an 88. If you combine all the stuff, all the numbers I gave it into one big number and then divided it by the amount, then you get an 88. It's an 88. And, you know, even though that is a big B+, you know, for me, she hasn't had like an A++ album yet. She hasn't had that album that hits me so hard to where I'm like, oh my God, every song is so good, or practically every song is out of this world amazing. You know, she's always had like songs that are, you know, good or great on there as well, but never anything, oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like she's slowly starting to get there with Sweetener for me, but she's not there yet. She's not hitting the A. So, maybe I'm just crazy, but this is my favorite album by Ariana, and I'm going to leave this video now to listen to it. I'm going to do an Ariana album ranking in general thing too, so I can talk about other albums later, but I wanted to talk about this one since it's the most recent project, and yeah. I love you guys, and I hope that y'all don't hate me after this video. Bye!